Our next evaluator, Keith Hardy. Keith Hardy.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow members and guests, and especially Kent. Kent, I felt you were on the precipice of a motivational speech today. I saw that in you, and I felt that there was a little bit more you could reach for to bring us in. So I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about where I felt you did well in placing that grasp on the motivation, and how you could clench a little tighter to increase that motivation, at least for people like me. First, you started with a story of your conversion, and then you chose not to carry that throughout your speech. And for me, that was a miss. It was a great opportunity, and I thought it was a nice bed, if you will, a nice foundation for the great points you had in your speech. So don't let that lie there. I encourage you. So, you don't want to spend too much time talking about Judaism versus Christianity, but talk about, when you get to your main points, bring in some stories. So my conversion led me to get balance in my life. Pick one of those 3 points and bring the story of your conversion into that. I think that would add more power to your message and more motivation, because you have some great points, and you were talking at us a bit and encouraging us those great points. So maybe let me hear a story about it. And here's how I implemented one of these points. I think that would add even more impact to your speech. I liked your points, especially the balance part, because I'm always struggling with balance myself. And I thought you did a good job of giving us sort of the meat of your point without spending too much time in that. So I want to congratulate you on that, because it's hard to do that in 5 to 7 minutes. What I particularly liked was the pitch, how your pitch changed as you moved toward your conclusion. You had more passion. And I would encourage you to bring that passion earlier into your speech and have it throughout. So lift us up with that energy. For me, you stayed in a monotone. It was closer to the earth. And I know you wanted to lift us up above earth a bit. So in that pitch, passion you had toward the end of your speech, if you can bring that in earlier, I think you can grab people and keep that motivation going throughout the speech. So I encourage you to look into that if you get a chance to look at your speech later on. What I especially liked toward your end is that you gave your 3 points in a sentence. It wasn't first, second, third. It wasn't what I call a numeric recitation. It was a smooth transition. So point 1, point 2, point 3. If you remember how you started the speech, you said first, second, third. So as you move to motivational speaking, I encourage you to make those points in a more smooth way where we don't have to hit us over the head, because we're going to pick up the fact that you have 3 points. So just introduce that maybe through a story. So take that conversion, pull a story out of it, and then introduce your points to us. But to close, I like where you wanted to take us, and adding some of those motivational rhetorical devices with the pitch and how you position your message, I think will make you an even stronger motivational speaker. I look forward to hearing your next speech. Let's just